NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school volleyball, where the Indian Lake Lakers will take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, and NK Telco bring you tonight's game from the Botkins Athletic Complex. I'm Dave Helmstetter, with me Jeremy Plyman. Non-league affair on a Monday night. If it's as good as the junior varsity contest, we're set for some excellent volleyball here in this varsity contest about to begin here in just a few minutes. Indian Lake enters tonight's match as winners of 7 in a row. They only lost, Jeremy, the very first match of the season to Wapakoneta of the Western Buckeye League. They bounced back in that tournament and beat Sydney in their second match that day.
Yeah, quite an opponent coming in here tonight for the Lady Trojans. You know, not only are they 7-1, they're coming from Division II, Upper Division III, a much bigger school. You know, they are led by the Roby girls and Madison Brendinger.
And you take a look at the program here at Indian Lake, and Player of the Year last year, she graduated, was Stephanie Allstetter. And then you've got Katie Roby, a first-team player, Hallie Roby, a second-team player, and then, as you mentioned, Madison Brentlinger, a special mention pick. So there's a core of great returners for the Lakers.
Exactly. So you talk about the differences here. We've talked about before covering the Trojans and their youth and inexperience. On the other hand, you have the Indian Lake Lakers, who are, like you said, Dave, are bringing back a core that has been through the gauntlet of this deal and understand what's going on.
The Lakers were 14-9 overall last year, 6-4 in the Central Buckeye Conference, third place behind Ben Logan and Graham. But this year they're on top in their division, the Mad River division of the CBC.
And as we talked about, Dave, we talked about them being on top, being older, more experienced. They come in today just outside the top 10, out of the top 15 rankings, put out the Ohio Coaches Association for volleyball.
Say just moments away from everybody is rising to their feet, so we have our national anthem coming up in a bit. We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit here in a moment or so about the Botkins Trojans. The Trojans come into tonight 5-4 and 1-3 in the Shelby Athletic County League. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Introduce the rosters and starting lineups here tonight. Just a moment, we take a moment to talk about the Botkins Trojans. It's a year in which they're trying to develop a young core of players throughout both junior varsity and varsity levels, and it's quite a challenge, but they do stand 5-4 overall.
They are 5-4 overall. They're 1-2 in Shelby County League action, Dave. 1-3 in Shelby County League. They got their first win in Shelby County League on Thursday night against Houston. And we see that just sometimes the inconsistencies with the young team, they'll look good, they'll have moments where they look real good, and they'll have some moments where there's either a lack of communication or a little bit of misunderstanding. But as the time goes on, they're getting better, and that's what you like to see.
And of course, they've hit the gauntlet in the Shelby County Athletic League as having already played Fort Loramie and Jackson Center early on.
Yeah, they had the fortune, they were able to play them early on, and then they got into, as they're heading in this week, they're going to start with Indian Lake tonight. They're going to welcome Russia tomorrow, and they're going to invite Anna in here on Thursday night. So they're going to go through round 2 of their little gauntlet again.
And introducing the Botkins Trojans, as you can see.
Number 9, Brennan Paul. Number 10, Caitlin Barber.
Let's take an opportunity now to talk about our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by the folks at Keyhole Pizza. First for the Indian Lake Lakers, 7-1 overall and 3-0 in Central Buckeye Conference play as the starters for the Botkins Trojans being introduced right now. But the Lakers have a very experienced head coach in Jackie Straley.
Jackie Straley, former coach at Ohio Northern University, now at Indian Lake down here, has a very successful program going on. Her keys to tonight: play our game, be aggressive, she wants, is their kind of game. Play with intensity and do the basics well.
And for the Botkins Trojans, they stand 5-4 overall, and as we said, 1-3 in conference play, under the guidance of first-year head coach Sarah Brown. But Sarah's also a very familiar figure in the Botkins volleyball scene as well.
Exactly. This is Coach Brown's second stint, first year this time around. Her keys for her Lady Trojans: be ready to move and adjust on defense, block, and communicate on offense.
And you know, you take a look at her keys, and one thing against what I think we'll see from Indian Lake, that they'll have to have some game, and that's the blocking up front.
That's the number that you see that's been a great discrepancy so far for the Trojans. Often when they come in, the number of blocks that they have compared to other teams. If you look at the Lady Trojans, they're led by Kylie Mack, who has 8, I believe, on the year. 10 on the year. The Indian Lake Lakers come in, and they're led by Diana Rice, who has 11 on the year, but they have a total of 26.
And we're just about set for action. Thanks for joining us here on NK Telco Sports. Our keys to the game tonight, all brought to you by the folks at Keyhole Pizza. Botkins will serve it up, and that means that Janelle Plattfoot will be in serve. 34 aces on this season. And we're underway, Botkins and Indian Lake.
We talk about the Indian Lakes leadership and their experience. On the other hand, Botkins led by senior Janelle Plattfoot, who recently just broke the school record for number of sets in a career.
And the serve by Madison Brentlinger, number 5. Here comes the set up front. Strong hit by Rice, but Trojans will dig in. Plattfoot will get the kill.
Peyton Plattfoot, the kills leader for the Botkins Trojans, with 54 on the year, come into the game.
And she'll earn the serve. Strong hit at the net. Mack will keep it alive. Back over the right side it goes as Fry hits it across. Strong hit, looking for the open space. Plattfoot will save it. Brown sends it across.
Free ball back over.
Allie Roby takes it across. She's the setter for the Lakers.
Talking to Coach Sarah Brown, and we were talking about Indian Lake, and I said, how do you describe them? She said, high IQ volleyball. And right there's a good example of it. Their setter finding that little open area, can see things out of the corner of the eye.
Dixon's hit goes into the net, and we're tied at 2-all. And Kylie Mack will serve it up for the Trojans. Roby will take it across. Plattfoot up to Plattfoot. Strong hit by Metz from the outside hitting position. Too strong, it's out of bounds, and Indian Lake has a 3-2 lead. Annie Rapp, number 20, a sophomore, into the Indian Lake lineup. Metz will chase it down. Flatfoot sends it across. Katie Roby, the libero for Indian Lake. Flatfoot with a set. Metz tries it again. Roby will dig it back out. Comes across to Roby. Soft touch, Brown, and Brown will get the point. Nice look there by Ella Brown.
Ella Brown's really good on that swing play. It allows her to get moving and gets her feet underneath her. She's really good, and it allows her to see the floor a little bit. So even though she's not as tall as some of these Indian Lake players, Sarah Brown's got her daughter doing that real well.
Brown takes it across, and she's going to get the point again as Katie Roby diving for the ball, but ball in the corner, and point goes to Botkins. They lead 4-3. Metz in serve. Rockets one to the wrong back line.
Ella Brown's been real consistent. She's one of those 3 freshmen that will see the floor a lot for the Trojans. Her, Maddie Fry, and Peyton Flatfoot. And she's been real consistent for the Lady Trojans this year.
And the point goes to Botkins. 5-4 our score. Trojans with the lead as Maddie Fry will have the serve for the Trojans. It is in. Nice placement by Maddie Brentlinger. 78 kills on the season. She adds to that total.
Wasn't the hardest hit ball, but very accurate, right in between 2 Trojans there, Dave.
Roby knocks it into the net, and Ella Brown will have an opportunity here for Botkins. Trojans up by a point on the First National Bank Pick First scoreboard. At the net, Mack. And no return by Indian Lake. So it's 7-5 our score.
Ella Brown leads the Botkins Trojans in serve percentage on the year, Dave, coming in at almost 98%. Real impressive for the young lady.
Brown with the serve. Brentlinger. Going to be out of bounds, so it's 8-5 Botkins here in the early play here in set number 1 with a 3-point lead.
Line judge Jeff McFerrin all over that one. Quick paced game here so far, Dave.
Very much so. Devin Rice comes back into play up front for Indian Lake. Flatfoot. Boy, good strong hit. And that's going to get him a point as it goes off Kenzie Dixon in front of the Indian Lake bench. And Botkins now has a 3-point lead.
We're all the way back around to Peyton Flatfoot, or Janelle Flatfoot at the beginning of the rotation on the service.
96% serving percentage for Flatfoot. And Rice is hit a little bit too long, and it's 10-6. Janelle Flatfoot continues to serve. Roby gets it. Strong hit. Maddie Brentlinger gets the kill.
You feel like she's the one they need to kind of get going to get this thing turned around a little bit for the Indian Lake Laters.
And that hasn't really happened. Of course, now she's in serve. Flatfoot now with it to Peyton Flatfoot. Roby gets it up to Roby. Flatfoot goes for the corner. Good defense there by Brentlinger. Rice takes it over. Trojans recover. Peyton Flatfoot looking for that open space and gets it past a diving Katie Roby.
Peyton Plattfoot, now this year playing outside hitter. Growing up in junior high, she's been a setter, much like her sister Janelle is. Well, Janelle's a senior. She's going to set the rest of this year. So Peyton had to move to the outside hitter, is now leading the team in kills on the year.
Strong hit, a little bit too strong as Kenzie Dixon, outside hitter.
I think they got Gina Metz in the net.
Oh, Metz in the net that time?
I believe so.
Makes it 11-8 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Allie Roby with the serve. Fry finds the open space right in the middle of the Indian Lake setup. 12-8 our score, 4-point lead, Botkins. It's an ace. Ari Mack having some good success serving.
Yeah, she is. She's playing real well. First ace of the night there for her, and for the Trojans. She's got 2 blocks so far on the night. Kyla's been involved a lot up at the net. And that's what Miss Sarah Brown was asking for. They needed to be better. And Kyla Mack is obviously that leader at the net.
Rice finds the Botkins bench, so that'll make it 14-8.
Right now, the Lakers are struggling on hitting percentage, Dave. I don't really want to know what it is so far in this set. They've given the opportunity for the Trojans to get a lot of points on their own without earning them, really.
Blackfoot for the set. And Caitlin Meyer into the lineup. With the hit, it goes out. 14-9 our score is Katie Roby, senior libero for Indian Lake, collects an ace.
Caitlin Meyer for the Trojans had a real strong game on Thursday night over at Houston. And now the Trojans are not communicating in the back row right now.
And that's going to be yet another ace, and it's 14-11. So Indian Lake trying to change the momentum flow here. Roby with the serve, Meyer with the hit. Blackfoot back to Meyer. It is long. It was 14-12 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Katie Roby. And her serves are nothing but trouble for the Trojans. She pulls Indian Lake to within a point here in our opening set of play.
Katie Roby with 2 aces so far in this service set for her.
Brown. Roby. Back over to the right side. Beautiful hit by Kenzie Dixon. And we are tied at 14-all as Dixon's kill ties it up and continues the serve of Katie Roby.
Katie Roby has got a couple aces so far in this set, but also Indian Lake's been able to get in system, and it's caused issues for the Trojans. But Maddie Fry puts a stop to that with a little tip right across the middle.
Finds that open space, soft touch, and it's 15-14. Botkins takes the lead. Strong hit there by Annie Rapp, and Rapp will get the kill. Sophomore outside hitter ties it up on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard at 15-all. Jana Metz returns to the Botkins lineup. Dixon with the serve, and she's going to collect the ace. And Indian Lake takes the lead. Dixon. Trojans on the attack. Blackfoot with a hit. Now comes the set by Indian Lake. Not this time. Set again. Brettlinger will get the kill.
Usually on an overhit there, Dave, that doesn't work out well for the team that has the overhit. And we've seen that twice back to back for the Trojans there. You only want to give Madison Brentlinger too many swats at the volleyball there, and she knew where to deposit that one.
Sarah Brown will take the timeout for Botkins as the momentum shifting slightly towards Indian Lake. They've got a 17-15 lead. Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Dixon with a serve, and it's going to be out of bounds. So Botkins picks up the point. Now they're down by 1, and Maddie Fry will be in service for Botkins. Roby back over to Brentlinger. Trojans will keep it alive. Metz will take it over on that third hit, and got a double hit, I believe, correct?
Called her in the net, I believe.
In the net. So we're tied at 17 all. Fry, nice serve. Tough one to return. Brentlinger will get it across. Flatfoot with a set to Peyton Flatfoot. Brentlinger hits it into the net. Positioning not so good for the Lakers as Allie Roby unable to get it out of the net, and Fry will continue to serve. And we're tied at 18 all.
It's 3 service errors so far for the Lady Trojans on this set.
Yeah, and when it's
Indian Lake's
18-18, 3 serving errors are huge.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a nice play by Peyton Flatfoot.
Peyton, usually a free swinger there, went up both hands and just found the other baseline on out of bounds line on the other side there and went right up against the net. Indian Lake was kind of cheating over this way, and she went the other direction.
19-18, Botkins with the lead. Brentlinger. Metz back over to Flatfoot. Peyton Flatfoot goes to the back row. Lakers respond. Brentlinger going to get the kill.
That's 4 now for Madison Brentlinger. 4 kills so far on the set. That matches Peyton Flatfoot, who has 4 also. And we see Janelle feeding her a little bit, kind of going back to her a couple times in a row.
Serve just long, and it's 20-19 Botkins.
It's 3 now for Indian Lake as well.
Flatfoot with the serve. Rice. Peyton Flatfoot over to Janelle Flatfoot. Metz at the net, and she's going to get the point. Jana Metz. And it's 21-19. We're shifting gears again, Jeremy.
Again. Back and forth, back and forth. Kind of surprised on that one. I thought Janelle would come back to Peyton. She went to her a couple times with great success in the row there. She's had 4 kills. Decided to go the other way with Jana Metz, and Jana got one to roll down the net a little bit and drop in.
Timeouts.
21-19 lead.
Timeouts tonight brought to you by Precision Strip. I'd like to thank all our sponsors for tonight's game. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, and NK Telco. Additional sponsors, Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schredeman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio, all bringing you volleyball from Botkins. And you can see replays of tonight's game on NK Telco Cable or nkt.tv. The app, channel 154 tomorrow at 2:30, and channel 3 and 50, 5:03. September the 19th at 12 p.m. and September the 20th at 2 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktelco.com/sports. Big point for the Trojans.
Janelle, we talked about it right before the timeout there, feeding Peyton flat foot, and she came right back to her on that one to get the 22-19.
Flat foot with a serve. Here comes her set. Clayton Patfoot. Tell you, Clayton Flatfoot, another solid hit by the freshman.
That's 6 of them now on the evening. During the timeout there, Dave, you were doing the announcements. 2 different styles there. Sarah Brown with her young team brings them over during the timeout, has a community, really talks to them, goes through the whole time. Jackie Straley with her older, mature team comes over, says about 5 words to him, gives them a look, and sends them right back out on the floor, as in, you figure it out. We've been here. You know the problem. I don't need to talk to you about it. You know I'm not real happy with how this is going.
Yeah, very good observation, because, you know, Jackie Straley, of course, has seen a lot of volleyball in her day, and really has we so impressed with the junior varsity contest, which Botkins came away with a 2-set win, and it was an excellent junior varsity match.
Close sets, Dave. Really good match there, and we, like you said, we were looking for a good one here, and we've got one at 23-19, but not real clean here by the Lakers to start off.
Comes the hit, and there it is, as Devin Rice puts it inside the stripe, and it's 23-20, and serve will come back to Maddie Brentlinger. 90% serving percentage. Mets going long, but too long, and it's 23-21 as Caitlin Meyer will sub in for Jana Metz.
That timeout, though, Jackie Straley a little bit more vocal with them, and you could see she was really challenging her seniors, and here they came out. And after this run, they got 2 points in a row to make it 23-21.
Flatfoot, her hit is just too long.
They're going to call a tip, I believe. No. Trojans were asking for a tip there.
Coach Brown wanted a tip, but Brentlinger will serve. 23-22, 1-point lead. Botkins. That's going to be out, and we are tied at 23 all. And Botkins will have to take the timeout. Boy, we're going back and forth in this one. Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll take a break. Our score, Botkins 23, Indian Lake 23. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Madison Brentlinger serves it up. Fry, Meyer, Fry will take it across. Set here to Meyer. She gets the kill, and they're 1 point away from taking a 1-0 set lead against Indian Lake.
That was a big kill for Caitlin Meyer there. Known to many times we see her, Dave, come cross court and come middle on that. This time went down the line and got the point for the Trojans.
Flatfoot across. And the point will go to Indian Lake as it goes out of bounds. Taken over in serve now, number 10, Allie Roby. Fry powers it through, but Brentlinger will save it. Hit comes back, and point goes to Indian Lake. Not sure the call.
I think Kylie Mack was in the net there, Dave.
In the net. Set point, Indian Lake. Flatfoot. It's going to be long. As Kevin Rice thought she had that one.
That was a close one there.
Very close. 25 all. Very close.
Great game here, Dave. Great start to the varsity game. We talked about how good their JV game was. The varsity's not disappointing at all either.
Brentlinger. Comes the hit to Roby. That one's in. Or Anna Rapp, rather, wasn't it? Number
25.
25, got it. That's Tori Roby. That's a cousin.
Yep.
She gets a big, big point as Katie Roby serves it. Fry. Roby. Myers with the set. Fry, strong hit. Roby will save it. Soft touch. Dixon. Point goes to Indian Lake. Wow, what a first set. That's a break in the action, and Indian Lake pulls out a 27-25 win over Botkins in our first set. It's 1-0. Indian Lake will move along into the second set. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Second set ready to begin, and boy, what a first set tough loss for the Trojans. And as you were mentioning, it's kind of anticlimactic the way it was. It was on a a net error or a lane violation, or
however
it was such good volleyball played in that first set by both the two teams, back and forth. Good competitive volleyball is what I should say.
Well, and that's like you just said, Dave. It was such a great set all the way up to it, and all of a sudden it just kind of ended with a foot underneath the net, and they called it, and you're like, wow, that's how that's going to end. You'd love to see them end with a kill or an ace or some kind of excitement like that. And it was just disappointing, but hey, still great things to come from out of that set there. You know, the Lady Trojans, they had 12 kills in that set. They had one ace by Kylie Mack and 2 blocks. For the Lady Lakers there, 9 kills and an ace, and they come back and they're off and rolling already.
I tell you, Devin Rice really is making her presence known here tonight. Number 22, she put that one right into the corner.
Yeah, Brentlinger gets a lot of the publicity for this team, but you know, Rice has been real good tonight. And so has Annie Rapp.
Yeah, Rapp has played very well. In fact, you're kind of looking to call Brentlinger's number, and it's Rapp or Rice
that they've been hitting to. Yeah, exactly.
Hallie Roby will serve it up. Good serve, sends Metz to the floor, and that's going to be an ace.
That'll be 2 of them in back-to-back for her. The Trojans were led in that first set by Peyton Plattfoot, the freshman, with 6 kills. I thought Janelle did a real nice job. We talked about feeding the hot hand. When Peyton got going, she really started to feed her and tried to look to her, and that worked to the Trojans' advantage.
3-2 our score on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Roby with the hit. Janelle Plattfoot back to Fry. Powers one to Brentlinger at the net. Nice hit by Dixon just to keep that alive, but they run out of hits. Dixon just kind of reached back and gave it the fist to keep it alive, and we are tied at 3.
That came off the block from Kylie Mack. That is 3 of them so far for Kylie. Kylie's been real active up front there, matching the aggressiveness of the Lakers. And that's what Coach Sarah Brown said was one of her keys is can we block and are we going to be aggressive doing it?
Brentlinger sends it out of bounds, and the Trojans will take a 4-3 lead, and Peyton Plattfoot will serve it up. Roby. Nice hit by Peyton Plattfoot. Rice. Plattfoot again with a great dig. Plattfoot with a set to Fry. Roby gets it across. Metz. And Tori Roby not able to get that one, keep that one in bounds, and it's 5-3 Botkins.
Lady Trojans a little fortunate there, Dave. That was free balled back across, and it kind of got a little out of control on them. Jana Metz was able to make something out of nothing there and got a kill for the Lady Trojans, put them up 5-3.
Fry goes for the line, but it's just out of bounds, right in front of the Indian Lake bench. Katie Roby. Brown, Plattfoot, and Fry, and that goes to Indian Lake. And we are tied at 5-all as Katie Roby stays in serve. Plattfoot, Mack, just out of bounds. So close.
You can see Kylie Mack. She's not the hardest hitter out there, but she's real accurate. She loves to find spots. Almost mid-swing there, decided instead of coming cross court, was going to go down the line to the open area and just had it missed.
Comes Metz. Boy, Roby, a nice dig in the back row. Brentlinger back over to Roby. Trojans just trying to get it in sync. Katie Roby will save it. Maddie Brentlinger will send it across. And that's going to be a lift.
We've talked about how clean and how pretty both teams have been playing there, Dave. That rally there.
That wasn't so pretty.
Not what we've been seeing all night. Both teams end up having to free ball it back across. Indian Lake had to free ball it on a free ball. Right now, Ella Brown struggling a little bit here on the receiving. She's been real solid all year. But in a freshman way, they kind of come and go at times.
Katie Roby. Fry over to Plattfoot. Metz looking for the corner, but Katie Roby will find it. Tori Roby with the strong hit and the kill.
You know, I'm sitting here laughing, Dave, a little bit in my head. We got all the Roby girls out here. You have the Plattfoot girls out here. In the past, you've been up in the booth with Powell, Plyman, Paul, you know. There's a lot of rhyming going on around here when you're calling games. I can't believe you keep it all straight all the time.
Oh, somehow it happens. Fry to the right side. Brentlinger will dig it out. Roby. Across to Dixon. Metz. In. Finds that line. That's a big point. Indian Lake looked like they were about ready to go for a nice run, and Mets will get that point and the kill, and Brown will come back in, and it's 9-6, and Kylie Mack will be in serve for Botkins. Brentlinger.
Peyton Flatfoot has played really well so far tonight, Dave. She's got another dig there. She's got to be heading in
Roby
double digits easily.
Set to Brentlinger. Brown trying to find that open space. Roby will keep it alive. Katie Roby sends it across. Flatfoot set, Fry. Oh, Brentlinger will come up with it. One hand on it is Brown, and Mets will keep it alive. Roby in the net, and point goes to Botkins. Not the prettiest, but Kenzie Dixon not quite able to come up with that big hit, and Trojans pulled it within 2 points.
That's a couple times in this set that the Trojans have had to free ball it back across, and Indian Lake has been unable to take advantage of it. Now the Trojans are going to get their chance for in system.
Mets into the net, and it's 10-7, and Kenzie Dixon, the junior, will serve it up. Mets, Flatfoot. Fry rather, was hit just a little bit long. I'll tell you one thing about Maddie Fry. She gets her licks.
We're going to take our swings at it. That is for sure, Dave. You're not going to see Maddie tip it over too often or anything like that, or just punch it over. She's taking full-on swings.
Brentlinger, Metz will have it. Fry back over to Roby. Brentlinger was outside just a little bit that time and got caught in the net.
Talk about Maddie Fry taking full swings. She's a heck of a softball player too, and can crush a softball, so she brings that same approach here to the volleyball court. Overhit there. Ella Brown had it served right up to her, and she took advantage of that. She'll get the kill.
11-9. Botkins will have the serve.
That's 3 of them for the night for Ella Brown.
And a Mets. Katie Roby. Allie Roby over to Brentlinger, and that's going to be in. Finds the corner. Brentlinger with the kill, and it's 12-9. Takes the serve back to Indian Lake.
Indian Lake's been real good when they're able to get in system. It's when they're not in system, it turns into these scrambles, and it's been a little bit tough for them at times. And I think that's what, reading the body language of Coach Straley over there, that's what she's not happy about, is when they're not getting in system.
Flatfoot takes it across. Roby to Rapp. Here comes the set by Flatfoot to Brown. Boy, that was a wind and a changeup. Flatfoot at the net gets the kill. Boy, what a hustler. Just always in it. Never quits. Stays right in it, and she gets a kill out of it. It's 12-10.
Isn't that what you got to have out of your senior, 4-year starter, 2-time, second team SCAL, second team all district? That's what she shows, that especially in the young ones, like every moment you're still in the play, no matter where you're at. You have to be involved in the play. And we've seen Janelle the other night. She fell on the ground and she's in the middle of the play, and people are diving over the top of her. But that's what we've come to expect from Janelle Flatfoot.
Annie Rapp with the serve. Peyton Flatfoot takes it across. Roby back over to Brentlinger. Brown sends it to the back row. Here comes Brentlinger. Oh, she changes up. She's got to go over. And they save it on that one. Nice play there by Botkins libero. And the point goes to Botkins. That was a well-deserved point there.
Great play on both parts there by the Lady Trojans. Cambry Walters and Jana Metz both digging it out. Ella Brown able to finish that off there for the Trojans and bring it back to 13-11, and she's going back to serve.
Walters made that play, the libero. Comes the hit, that's going to be out. Devin Rice I tell you, Devin Rice can hit it too. She puts some power on those hits. Comes back down to accuracy. Ella Brown.
Easy to see why the Lady Lakers are 7-1. There's an overhit, and that's going to try to take advantage of it on 2 there, Kylie Mack.
Brettlinger puts it across. Set, hit. Flatfoot got a, oh, that was Mack. Flatfoot back over to the right side, but going to be across the line. And it's 14-12, Indian Lake.
You know, we're watching these girls, Dave, and we hear a lot of them getting in the net and stuff like that. Often it's from the setters, but if you watch how close these 2 young setters play to that net, they are playing on the line often, and there's not much room for error up there.
Roby sends it across. Peyton Flatfoot at the net point goes to Indian Lake. And it's a 3-point margin as Madison Brettlinger goes in to serve. 20 aces coming into tonight's match. 90% serving percentage. Mets will handle it. Flatfoot, Brown, Brettlinger. Comes a set by Roby, and Dixon, the outside hitter, comes up with a point, and it's 16-12.
That's her 2nd kill on the evening. She's had a lot of opportunities and given the Trojans a little bit of fits here, Dave.
Serve is out. Brettlinger having a little bit of problem serving tonight.
That is the 5th service error on the Indian Lake Lakers tonight, Dave.
Caitlin Meyer comes back in. Mets will catch a breather, 16-13. Flatfoot with the serve. Rice will send it back. Here comes Janelle Flatfoot. Kylie Mack. A little counter move by Indian Lake. Meyer at the net. It's going to be point Indian Lake.
Devin Rice there with the block on that one, Dave. 17-13. This is a critical point for the Trojans here.
Roby with a serve. Meyer. Fry. Tough time to have a serve error and have a reception error, I should say, and Sarah Brown's going to take a timeout. 5-point difference. Indian Lake with the lead, 18-13 in set number 2. 1-0 Indian Lake. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Allie Roby will serve it, and out of bounds. Point 19, and Roby trying to get some distance here.
4 aces on the set for Allie Roby.
Well, really, that's the whole key to this one, has been her ability to serve. Katie Roby with a great save. Brettlinger gets it to Dixon, gets it across. Mack tries to find that open space.
That was almost a lift right there, I thought.
Flatfoot, I thought there was a lift earlier on Indian Lake, but
that's what I thought too.
Almost like an optical illusion kind of thing.
Sometimes you wonder when we're up here, does it give you, like you said, that optical illusion that is it just sitting above their hand, or, you know?
Yeah, we're seeing it at a little bit higher level than everybody else, so have a good perspective. Fry sends it across to Brettlinger. Comes back over to Dixon. And Dixon hits it into the net, and Botkins trying to come back again.
The Lady Trojans just hanging around here a little bit. 19-15. Need a little bit of a run here with Peyton Plattfoot in serve.
Brentlinger, long hit from the back row. Maddie a little frustrated with herself that time. Gets some encouragement from teammate Katie Roby. Peyton Plattfoot with the serve. Roby with the hit. Across Dixon's going to be off of Meyer. And Katie Roby will serve it. 95% server. It's been every bit of that here tonight. Mack will get the kill. Trojans down by 3, and Kylie Mack will go into serve for Botkins.
She had an ace in the first set at a very critical time. Be great for her to get one right here, Dave.
Brentlinger plays the defense. Roby gets it. Pushing it in the corner is Roby. Here comes the set by Plattfoot to Meyer. Katie Roby gets it across. Oh my. Plattfoot hit it, but goes out of bounds. That was almost an incredible hit.
Yeah, it was. Katie Roby made a heck of a recovery on the reception end of that and just kind of punched it, and it came right back over at Peyton Plattfoot, and she had to dive for it.
Brown at the net. They'll pull it back out. No, they won't. And the point goes to Botkins. Boy, Katie Roby really made that was a heck of a play. I thought that was a point for Botkins all the way. Roby back over to Brentlinger. Max trying to chase it down, but it's up in the rafters here at the Botkins Athletic Complex.
We'll replay it.
Oh, it's a replay. That's a good deal. 21-18. Meyer with the serve. Plattfoot to Peyton Plattfoot. Brentlinger. Here comes Brown. Like a hook shot.
Yep, a little swing play there again. They've worked a couple times so far this evening. That's Ella Brown's 5th kill on the night, and probably 4 of them have been on that little swing.
2-point difference on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Rapp takes it across. Here comes Peyton Plattfoot.
Overhit.
See if Indian Lake can reset it. They're going to try to get it to Brentlinger. They go to the back row. Boy, just a hitting error there by Botkins.
Both teams just a hair bit sloppy on that rally here. Not real finishing off real pretty in the second set.
Tori Roby inches her team closer to a second set victory. 23-19. Mets will come back in for Botkins. Roby back over to Metz. Walters will take it across. Roby. It's the point, and it's 24-19. Botkins will take the timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score: Indian Lake 24, Botkins 19. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a a better future.
Tori Roby will serve it. Set point for Indian Lake. Roby's serve. Fry. Point goes to Indian Lake. And it's a 25-19 second set win for Indian Lake. And they'll move on to the third set with a 2-0 lead. Indian Lake and Botkins here on NK Telco Sports. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Munster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Munster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Munster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Third set underway. Janelle Plattfoot with a serve.
Nice play, Janelle.
Janelle Plattfoot with that's a save of this game so far. Bretlinger at the net. Metz will return it. Bretlinger soft touches it this time. Trojans digging in. Here comes Metz. Roby will send it to the back row. Fry sends it up to Plattfoot, who gets it across. And the point goes to Indian Lake. What a hard-fought point for both these two teams.
There's a lot of bodies laying on the ground just to get 1 point on that rally, Dave. Girls just laying out on that constantly.
I'm not sure how Janelle Plattfoot even came up with that one. The first that started it all.
Exactly. She went way to her right to get a hold of that one.
Metz across. Dixon. Here comes Dixon. The set from Roby. Point goes to the Trojans. They're on the board. We're tied at 1 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Peyton Plattfoot tips the net. Katie Roby sent it up to Dixon. Trojans trying to get the set. And it's going to be in as Kylie Mack gets the point.
It looked a little bit unorthodox, Dave, but it did work. The part that caught me off was it looked like Jana Metz was setting Janelle, and then Janelle took the set from Jana and then set it to Kylie, who instead of really hitting at it, took it and tipped it to the. It was like none of those balls were very hard hit.
Bretlinger from mid-court fires it across. Strong hit by Dixon. It's going to go off of Metz and out of bounds. And serving it up will be Hallie Roby. She'll get the ace.
It's 5 of them for Hallie Roby tonight.
Brown to Plattfoot. Mack looking for the corner. Can't find the line. It's going to be out of bounds. Indian Lake goes up 4-2. Hallie Roby. Fry with a strong hit, but Roby will dig it out. Up to Roby. Rice looking for that point. Tipped back over by Metz. Rice extends herself, but the point goes to Botkins. Kylie Mack will serve it up. 4-3 Indian Lake on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 3. Serve comes back to Katie Roby. That's probably the biggest issue with a serving error when Katie Roby gets to serve. Gets it to Metz. Here comes the set by Plattfoot. Brown. Brentlinger with a nice dig. Back to the right side it comes, and Roby takes it across. Metz with a set to Brown. Roby. Rapp has it. Here comes the set to Plattfoot, looking for the corner. Brentlinger is there. They'll take it across. Roby does. Here comes the return, set to the right side. Roby and Brown, or rather Fry, will hit it out, just missing that back line. And it's 6-3.
You notice there in that rally there, Dave, the Trojans really couldn't get the ball to Janelle Plattfoot to set it there. The Lakers seemed to be going at her to try to keep her from being able to set it there, and it was throwing the Trojans out of rhythm a little bit. They really weren't getting a free hit at it, and there's an overpass, and number 20, Annie Rapp, at the net will take the kill.
7-3. Indian Lake trying to jump out this third set on Botkins. Plattfoot, Brown, Brentlinger, Dixon back over to Roby. Brown sends it to the back row, and Roby comes Rapp trying to get to the back line, but it's a little bit too strong. That will give Botkins a chance to make up some ground here as Jana Metz will serve it up. 7-4 our score. Metz with the serve. Roby. Rapp gets it across. Brown. Boy, nice play by Roby.
She's been so
Rapp
solid.
gets it across. Blackfoot tries to sneak it across, but there's Dixon. Great effort, and the Trojans just come up short. I tell you, Dixon hit it hard and thought the Trojans were going to be able to recover, but the kill goes to Dixon, and we've got a timeout early on here by Botkins as they find themselves down 8-4. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. You're watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Kenzie Dixon, Jr. will serve for Indian Lake, and just talking about Brentlinger and her effectiveness from that back row. She's up front now. Roby with the hit. Here comes Brentlinger, and she'll get the kill. Plattfoot got her hands on it, but unable to stop it.
You wonder here at 9-4, Dave, for the Indian Lake, you kind of get the feeling that are they going to try it with Brentlinger in the front row, or are they going to try to go to her a whole bunch here and try to really put some space in this, because the Trojans are struggling a little bit at this point in time, and you get a feel that, hey, let's go to our all-conference player, and they went back-to-back to her.
Yep, and that time, you know, everybody's moving back on defense, and smart player, she call it in baseball vernacular, does the changeup right into the open space. Dixon, that's in. Catches the line, and now things really not going Botkins' way here. It's 11-4.
Sarah Brown going to sub in Maddie Fry here, try to break the rhythm a little bit. And we talked a little bit of how challenging teams and stuff like that. You notice Coach Straley over there during that timeout, and she was kind of pointing at Brenninger. You wonder, what was the discussion there? Was it to her, or was it to her teammate saying, let's get her the ball and let's get our all-conference player, get her going here and see what's going. Now the Trojans are really struggling at 12-4.
Hit is long, and Kenzie Dixon continues in serve. 13 aces on the season coming into tonight's game. Meyer will return to the Botkins lineup. Dixon with a serve right to Meyer. Flatfoot, Brown, and Brown's going to get the kill and slow it down. It's 12-5.
First one of the set and 6th one of the evening here for Ella Brown.
Maddie Fry will serve. Dixon pulls it out. Roby to Rapp. Rapp is going to get the point. (13-5). The score is Tori Roby with the serve. Peyton Flatfoot. Dixon will return. Roby to Brentlinger, and Fry gets a hand on it. Walters to Flatfoot. Dixon, here comes the set by Roby. Rapp will send it across. Set Brown. Brentlinger once again lets up. This time the Trojans read it. Flatfoot tries to get it across. Indian Lake will send it deep. Flatfoot right side to Peyton Flatfoot. Ball still alive. Brown back over to Peyton Flatfoot, and it's going to be out. Indian Lake point. Boy, what a wild rally that was.
That was a scrappy one there. We had people on the floor again. It wasn't always looked like we were completely in system, but both teams on the attack, and possibly a missed opportunity there for Tori Roby as the Lady Trojans are a little bit on their heels and momentum's going the other way for them.
Let's see what Brown can do in serve. Katie Roby has it. Roby gets it over to Rapp. Brown to Flatfoot. Peyton Flatfoot at the net. Goes into the net, and the point goes to Indian Lake.
Haven't called Peyton's name much since the first set, Dave. She had one kill in the second set, and she's been a little bit inactive and none involved here so far in the third set, and they just can't get her rolling. And now's the time you want your leading kill leader to get back in. There's an overhit by Maddie Fry, and Madison Bentlinger knows what to do with that.
One thing about Indian Lake, their rotation does not include a lot of players. I mean, they play with 6 and 7 people, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Dave. We see the 6 on the floor, and then we see their libero, Katie Roby, come in, and other than that, this is what we are.
Here comes the set by Roby. Brentlinger with it. Trojans just up in the net when Brentlinger gets it, and Brentlinger just finding that open spot. That's, what, the third time?
Third time, and that's all set up from earlier when she was swinging away at him, Dave. And now they're all expecting her to swing away. And like a senior veteran you'd expect to do, she's now giving a little bit of a change-up. So the Trojans now have to change and make that change and see if she'll change back the other way.
Serving error by Indian Lake is Janelle Flatfoot a chance to serve for Botkins. Roby. Back over to Devin Rice, returns to the lineup. Roby takes it over.
Janelle on the ground again, coming out of no land.
Rice. In the net, or I believe that's what they called, in the net.
I believe that's what they called.
Sarah Brown talking with one of the official, but Brentlinger in serve. I tell you, Brentlinger's had a tough night serving for 90% on the season, and
yeah, she has.
She's nowhere near that tonight.
And she's shown some frustration on some of them too. She just kind of grabbed the ball back there. Was not real enthusiastic about throwing it back the other way.
Fry's hit goes into the net, and it's 19-8. And this one just kept slip sliding away for Botkins.
Yeah, exactly, Dave. And it hasn't been real clean. they played the first 2 games really well, and here on the third one, you know, the last one didn't end in a great session for them, and now in this third set here, not going well at all. They're completely out of system at times.
Fry gets the kill with the soft hit, and it's 19-9. Let's see if Kylie Mack can stop things.
In all honesty, Dave, it hasn't felt good since the end of the first set there, where they ended with the net call to end the first set, and even the second set wasn't real energized. Now Kylie Mack comes back with an ace here to make it 19-10.
And Indian Lake substitutes out of that rotation there, and they bring in Gillian Taylor, number 13, a senior for the Lakers, to get some playing time here in our third set. Mack sends it to Roby. And the hit by Taylor is long. And it's 19-11.
Trojans have scored 3 in a row. They were down 19-8.
Mack sends a rocket. Rice will save, or rather Dixon will save it. Flatfoot set, Brown. Violation against Indian Lake. And Kylie Mack will keep on serving, 19-12.
I think they got Devin Rice there in the net. Kylie Mack making it real difficult on Indian Lake with their serves.
Dixon gets it across. And Mack's had a couple of great serves. Brown, soft touch. Taylor will dig it out. Here comes the hit by Dixon. Fry sends it back to the libero. Rice, boy, she wanted that kill, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. This feels like a real critical rally for the Trojans here.
There it is. It drops in. I think that was Taylor dropped that one in.
Yeah, it
didn't
was.
she?
Gillian Taylor, the senior outside hitter, with her first kill of the evening.
So Roby is going to serve it. And Roby's just I think she's a great server.
She's gave the Trojans fits all night with her serving.
Dixon, that's in. That's a kill. Kenzie Dixon.
Haley Roby has 5 assists or 5 aces on the night so far. 4 in the second set and 1 here in the third set already.
Well, you start looking at these stats. Dixon, 51 kills coming in. Rice, 52 kills coming in. And the team leader, of course, is Brentlinger with 78. That's before tonight's game. That's a lot of kills.
A lot of kills and a lot of balance there. I mean, we've seen some teams come in with some kills. Addison Swarringer from, from Fairlawn over there, lots of kills, but the balance wasn't as what it is here at Indian Lake.
Brentlinger will get the kill from deep. And it's 23-12, and Roby continues to serve.
That's her 5th of the set, number 11 of the night for Madison Brentlinger on kills.
Taylor, flatfoot. Taylor gets the point. And the senior gets her second kill, and we're set and match point here with Roby serving, and she'll get the ace and wrap this one up 25-12. So it's a 3-0 victory for Indian Lake. Boy, we had Botkins gave Indian Lake all they could handle in set number 1 at 27-25. The Lakers win it. Set number 2 was in similar fashion. Indian Lake pulls it out 25-19. Here in the third set, though, the Lakers play probably their best overall set and take a 25-12 win and move their record to 8-1 and continue their winning streak at 8-1. They are 3-0 in Central Buckeye Conference play in the Mad River Division. They'll play against Northwestern on tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and Northwestern also unbeaten in league play at 2-0. Botkins, on the other hand, they're going to load up and play another home match tomorrow night. They'll be against Rushi on Tuesday, and then travel to Anna on Thursday for yet another Shelby County Athletic League contest. So that puts Botkins at 5-5 overall. We want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, and NK Telco bring you tonight's contest. Additional sponsors, Carriage Works, Chiltech LLC / Wiedemann Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Securecom, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio all bring you tonight's contest here from the Botkins Athletic Complex. Also like to remind you that tonight's match will be replayed on NK Telco Cable or NKT.TV, the app, channel 154 tomorrow at 2:30, channel 3 and 503 September 19th at 12 p.m. and September 20th at 2 p.m. And of course, you can watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Now, moving on to the final thoughts of this one. Statistical recap, our player of the game. I'm already casting my ballot for Botkins, and there's no doubt in my mind that's who should get it. We'll keep it a secret here until Jeremy gives us the stats.
For the Lady Lakers from Indian Lake, now they're at 8-1 on the season, led by Jackie Straley. They had 28 kills on the night, 10 aces and 1 block. They were led by Madison Brenninger, who ended up with 11 kills on the night, and Haley Roby with 7 aces. And it really got bad there in the second and third sets, where she had 4 aces in the second set and 3 to finish off the set in the third set there. For the Lady Trojans, they ended up with 24 kills on the night, 2 aces and 3 blocks. Peyton Plattfoot led them with 7 kills. Ella Brown had 6 of her own tonight. But their leader and their floor general and our player of the game, Dave, is Janelle Plattfoot.
Absolutely, no doubt. Player of the game brought to you by NK Telco. Janelle Plattfoot was all over the court tonight, and I'm sure she's got a few floor burns to show for her effort tonight. She senior leadership. It's you got a young team, and you rely a lot on players like Janelle Plattfoot, and you're not a 4-year varsity letter winner on your merits.
Exactly.
She's a hustler, and she worked hard, and she definitely deserves our player of the game tonight.
And we didn't talk about it earlier, and we talked about it, Janelle, all the effort, all the things she does that doesn't even sometimes show up in the stats. We up here, we do aces, kills, and blocks, and we don't call Janelle's name often enough. But she, coming into the game, Dave, 31 assists away from 1,000. That's a lot. That's not a number crossed by many kids, and she was 31 coming into the night. Who knows how many she has, and she's on her pace too. Hopefully by the end of the week here, she'll cross it with 1,000 of them.
And when you look at the first 2 sets, looking at the bright side for Botkins, they're 5-5, and they got a tough schedule coming up. Well, this was one of them. But the first 2 sets, the first set they had in their grasp. Second set was a very similar pattern of play as well. And Indian Lake just a little bit more experience, and you hate to use that as an excuse always, but it's just true.
And that is true, and that's what you talk about too, Dave. Is we're talking about with the young freshmen. We shouldn't call them the young kids, but they're freshmen and out there and going through this, and that's where Janelle Plattfoot, she's out there leading as much as she can, and they're trying to lean on her, but the inconsistencies sometimes come into play because the mindset of a senior will keep getting at it. And we talked about the one time out where Coach Brown brought her kids over and had a 50-second talk with them. Jackie Straley brings her older team out, all made up of juniors and seniors who've been here, says about 5 words to them, gives them a stern look, and sends them back on the floor in 10 seconds. Message delivered on both sides. Sarah Brown can't do that with her young team. They're not at that point yet. Jackie Straley can, and that's a difference.
And another bright side is the junior varsity match tonight. Botkins comes away with a 2-0 win, and I'll tell you, that was as good a volleyball as we've seen at that level all season.
Exactly, at that level. And how about how that team has progressed in the games we've seen them, Dave? We saw them here earlier in the year, and we're like, man, they looked a little rough at times. But a lot of those young ladies have come on. We've talked about the play of Stella Braun. We've talked about Brennan Paul, as she's come along as a setter, and Ashlyn Gruey there. So there's a lot of great things that are happening. It was some good volleyball here tonight that we saw. The last set or so wasn't real pretty, but up until then, we saw some good volleyball here tonight.
Yep, and our player game once again brought to you by NK Telco, Janelle Platfoot. That's going to do it for Jeremy and I from the Botkins Athletic Complex. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Jeremy Plyman. You've been watching high school volleyball on NK Telco Sports.